But, as it would turn out, Gibson had some tricks up his sleeve. To negate Hoost's knees from the clinch, Gibson grabbed behind his legs like a wrestler and turned him, hooking his leg if he attempted an attack. When he couldn't get a grip in time, Gibson used a crossguard to protect himself, and then landed well-timed counters. But the truly impressive thing was the way that Gibson handled Hoost's leg kicks. A bladed stance leaves the back of your leg exposed, and gives you far less time to turn your shin outside to check. But Gibson had the novel idea of going with Hoost's kick. He stepped inside to dispel the force, and then would follow up with a spinning back fist. As has been mentioned before, Gibson loved to spin. It was essentially the Dutch idea of trading a leg kick for a harder one while the opponent is still resetting. But instead of replying with another roundhouse, Gibson used a back fist. Gibson's footwork was also giving Hoost trouble. Gibson used lateral movement to switch stances and create deceptive angles. Hoost was left swinging at air several times, even trapping his own leg on the ropes. Still, it wasn't all smooth sailing for Gibson. His spin kick attempts were falling victim to Hoost's intercepting leg kicks. Yet another factor was Gibson's lead leg sidekicks. Like Wonderboy Thompson does today, Gibson switched to southpaw to attack with lead leg sidekicks and keep the distance. But while Gibson was often able to stop Hoost in his tracks, he was incredibly vulnerable once he completed the kick and set his weight down. Gibson tried to rechamber instead, but over time, Hoost realized that he could just attack Gibson's rear leg as he kicked. All the same, in the last round, Gibson countered one of Ernesto's hooks to land a superb spinning back fist, dropping him. Now that Hoost had tasted Gibson's spinning back fist, Gibson was able to use spinning as a feint the remainder of the round, following up with real attacks. And then, Gibson put Hoost on the ground one more time before the round ended, assuring his victory. Or not. The judges ruled it a draw, triggering one more round. Gibson started that round off with a bang. While sidekicks are vulnerable to roundhouse counters, round kicks are vulnerable to intercepting sidekicks. Gibson scored another knockdown, sending Hoost back to the canvas. Hoost got up, showing a fierce determination to win, and Gibson clinched, blocked, and danced for the remainder of the round. The round came to a close, and this time, the judges made their decision final, handing Gibson a split decision loss. So technically, it's cheating to put this one on the list, but I feel Gibson deserves some recognition for what many, if not most, would have judged a win over perhaps the greatest kickboxer of all time.